What's up, guys? This is Optic Rambo, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the importance of being serious when you play video games if you are trying to compete at the highest level. So, mainly, first of all, I'm just going to be telling you guys this is a GB match. It was a 3-on-3 GB. I played with Ego and Hector, and so yeah, you guys can see what happens. I pretty much went off on these kids pretty hard. You'll see what happens anyways, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, so mainly I'm here to be talking to you guys. Mainly I said I would be doing a kind of like amateur series where I would tell you guys how I went from amateur to pro, and I'm gonna mainly be doing this in segments where if I wanted to do in one video, I'd probably be talking for like 45 minutes. But one of the tips and segments of this series is going to be about the seriousness when you play competitive games. And just like anything in life, practice makes you better. The more you play, the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. It's as simple as that. But you have to be serious when you play. It's like if I'm gonna be using a lot of comparisons in the series, and if I want to compare to something anything in life, it's like if you go to school and you don't actually study or take anything serious, and you're in a hard class, you're not necessarily gonna do as good as someone else is gonna do. So it's pretty much the same thing when you play Call of Duty competitively. The more serious you take it once you get on the game and you use every single minute of your game time to your utmost advantage, the better you're going to get eventually. I mean, obviously, it took me a good amount of time to get into that right mindset where back when I first started, I used to play game battles pretty much like any other pro. And when I first started playing game battles, obviously, I always took it seriously where I wanted to win, but sometimes it was like kind of like a screw around where you played teams that you didn't feel were as good, or whenever you played public matches, you didn't really take it serious. But after you realize it, after a good amount of time where I felt that I was playing a game and I didn't have that much time back then to where I was still in school, and I was studying and going to and working on the weekends. So I pretty much only had weekdays to play weeknights, to play these video games. And back then I was playing the online Pro Circuit ladder on my route to the 2009 national championship that we won. So. And whenever, like before that time, whenever I started playing game battles, I had a lot of time on my hands. But when my time was restrained, I started realizing that playing a game just to play the game was kind of pointless at that point. I really felt like I had to be time efficient with really more efficient with my time actually, to use it to my advantage and understand more things about the game and why are people doing this, why are people doing that, why am I not winning against this guy, why are this team doing better than our team. And those are different things that I feel that a lot of the amateurs out there today don't really do. They kind of like you guys seem to kind of fall on to the point where you guys want other people to help you out when you can help yourself out the most by just taking every single second of your time to your advantage. And that's one of the points I want to talk about as I'm talking about right now actually. So another factor is, like I said about game battles, like you can scrim, you can play game battles, you can play public matches. It doesn't really matter. There's always something you can learn when you play this game, and any Call of Duty in general. Like things in public matches, obviously you can't really relate a public match to a competitive match since they're a lot different in their ways right now. But still, there's a lot of different things you can learn in those public matches to where you can practice your drop shot, or you can practice you can maybe not. You can't really learn the spawn points because it's a lot different in a 6v6. But you can learn certain angles of a map by playing 6v6 because there's a lot of people on the map. Maybe like ACR angles and search and destroy, or capture the flag angles, or anything of the sort. There's always things you can learn about the game that can make you a better player for yourself. And it's all about knowledge. Like if there's anything that I'm mostly recognized for being a smart player on this game, and it's not really because I was just born with it. It's just because I go out there and every time I hop on the game, I try to understand how things work and why are certain things being happening that way. And every time I learn new things, every time I come out to make a decision, and the next time I see that decision, I'm like, okay, well, last time I did this, and I know why I did that. So like I can make a better decision every time after time. I can make a better decision on the situation I'm facing because the more and more knowledge I get, the better decision I'm going to make. It's as simple as that. So. As you can see, this is the last round right now. Ego and Hex are gonna kill each other. It's pretty funny because at this point I'm 9-0 and I'm going for the perfect. I guess you can call it a perfect game, like in bowling. But it's also something like for all the people who play sports out there. Whenever you play a sport competitively, you don't really just show up and not play to play. Like you play and you have fun, obviously, but you always want to get better at it. So that's really, I think it's the same thing in gaming, in my opinion, to where if you're if you're trying to play something really serious, you have to take it seriously all the time. It's like, obviously you have to have fun doing it. I'm not saying don't have fun at all. Like if you have fun screwing around, you can go ahead and screw around a bit, but I'm just saying for the most majority, you should be taking every single time you hop on the game seriously, because if you're not, then you're just giving yourself bad habits. You're not taking your time to your full advantage, and you're kind of like falling behind almost. Like every time I hop on the game, like my team hasn't been scrimming a lot, and every time we hop on a scrim like almost once a week now. Hopefully that can change whenever Merc comes back from vacation, which should be, because EGL's coming close. But every time we hop on that game, I feel like we're so far behind other teams because even though we played a lot at some point, the game always changes. There's always different meta games of the game, and every time someone changes something, then a lot of people change their play styles, and you have to be able to adapt to those. And the only way to adapt is to take your time seriously when you play those games. And like obviously we haven't been scrimming a lot, and I'm gonna be posting these videos a lot more frequently now. I do have some gameplay for of our team of our last scrim, so like I said, it's really about the seriousness factor, and if you don't take it serious, you might fall behind a bit. So as we watch the end of this game, right here I heard a guy falling behind me, so I just turned around and I got lucky he wasn't watching me plant. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This map's about to end, but this is the first video of my my kind of like amateur tip series. These are going to be really basic points that some of you might probably already know, but maybe not enforced it as much as you should. So as you can see right now, I just went 12-0, and both my teammates went 0-3, this was a fun GB match. And I wish I could have showed you guys after the messages they were sent. They're on my stream, but that was pretty fun. Those kids were getting pretty mad. But yeah, this was Rainbow again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll be posting more of these. If you have any comments, just type in a comment in the video, and I'll be glad to answer any questions for you guys. And you can also tweet at me at Optic Rambo Ray, and I can also answer your questions there. So have a good day, guys.